welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and welcome to today's obsession, wonky, whimsical trees. This is where it all started, and then I just keep, actually that's probably where it started. It's like, I want some whimsical trees. They don't all start out great. I mean, they're not horrible, but you know, it takes a while to get from that to like these, and for some reason I got smaller and smaller as I was drawing them, and I figured out the secret to making them look wonky in a good way, for me personally anyway. I mean, it kind of looks like a dirty laundry tree, but it's more of like, you know, a little patchwork kind of a tree with, you can do your little, you can even make yourself a template and then cut out papers and stack them even. And so I will show you how I draw those, and then I will also show you how I draw that one, I think, if I can remember. And maybe similar to those. They're kind of similar. I don't know. They're wonky trees. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, I was working on teacups too and whatnot, and I don't know. And then I was inked some paper and was trying it on this so I could cut it out, but then that kind of looked like a tree, so I was trying to follow that. That didn't turn out well, in my opinion. I don't think that turned out great. And I was trying to do that one, so I don't know how I'm going to teach you to draw a tree that I can't even remember how to draw. But that one turned out okay. That one's a little weird. But that one did okay. It's just that I'm working on, the hard part is I start out with like really long pieces and they get shorter and shorter and shorter, and I kind of want them to be a little bit more, not perfectly even, but a little bit, you know, not quite so, you know, it's toppling off the top. Although I like the look of it toppling off the top. Alright, so I'm going to use this watercolor book today because it'll give me the sizes I want, and also then I can go back in and watercolor on them if I want to. There's my pencil. Couldn't find it earlier. Okay, so I'm going to use my pencil first because then I can fix it if I want to. And I'll have to draw darker so you guys can see. But basically, so the top piece is just a nice little wonky triangle. You see that? Wonky triangle. And then I come in from the outside edge here and flare it out a little bit. And then I'm going to go just normal, just like what the bottom of a tree might normally look like if it was just a little cartoony tree. And this isn't quite right here. Let's bring that out a little bit maybe. Alright, and then the next one I'm going to come in a little bit on each side and flare out. Now this can be a wonky one. It can go, see, this is what happens. That's why they get narrower and narrower. Okay, so this one can be a little swoopy, and then the next one is just going to be more regular, and then the next one flaring out, always going in a little bit on each one, and this one will be swoopy on the opposite side because why not. And then this next one will just be a regular, and that's how I figured out how to do it. Is it's still whimsical and wonky, but in a controlled manner. If you have a normal regular one in the middle of each one, that was my secret for that. And then okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trace that real quick, fix anything that I don't like if I wanted to go out a little bit more on one end or something. Going over, and then I'm going to come over here and just kind of do a little skirting, I don't know what this is called, but I'm just going from the corner down to the piece, from the corner down to the piece, so then it looks like there's a piece that's wrapped around that part of the tree a little bit, and then I will usually come down here, stopping at the trunk because the trunk goes up in there. There we go. So like that. And then once your pen is dry, make sure your pen is dry before you erase your pencil marks. I like these. These are nice erasers. So you don't wear down your eraser too fast on your regular pencils. And then you can go ahead and put your little designs, ouch, and get a paper cut if you're not careful. And I'm using permanent pen, so if I do come back in with watercolors, my pen will still be there. So a lot of times I'll like to do just kind of like a little plaid. So I'll do 2 lines closer together and then space them further apart, 2 lines close together, space them apart, trying to get it fairly straight. And then go, let's see, do I want to go straight as the page goes? Maybe. 2 close together, leave a space like I did the other place. It's kind of like a little plaid kind of a thing. And then like this one here, I'm going to leave blank because sometimes it helps to have like a blank spot now and then. I don't know why people are talking so loud outside my window. I like to do the big circles like this, and I do them open because then I can do whatever colors. I can, you know, do one color on the inside. Then I can make them like red and green if I want to. Oh, that one's bigger. It's okay. Perfection doesn't exist. Don't worry if it's not perfect. It does not have to be perfect. And let's see, what about this one? I run out of ideas. Oh, we can do swirls. Just kind of a little swirly business happening. Ice Cream Man's playing a different song today. Not La Cucaracha for once. Alright, so there's a little swirl pattern. And then we can maybe do small dots or different size dots. Because why not? Then you don't have to worry about if they're perfect because it's just random. Random is good. Random looks just fine. Although I just had the swirls there, I maybe should have done stripes there, but it's alright. This top one I'll do stripes like ticking. Just do like that. Do I like that? I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And you can color that one in. I just think it's nice to have like a little break in the part of the tree. If I had more spaces, I maybe would have left 2 plain. And maybe that'll be like a darker green or something like that. So that is that tree. You can make them skinnier, fatter. But the secret that I found is, you know, do a swoopy and then do just like a wide bowl shape and then do a swoop and a wide bowl, swoop, wide bowl. And then I like to do the connects. And you could always come back in and do like tiny little lines all on these little under pieces. Like that's what the back of the fabric looks like or something. However you like to do it. But if I do it one place, then I probably do it in all of them. And then I can go ahead and, you know, outline it more or not or whatever. Alright, you can fast forward. I'm just finishing up the bottom of this tree here. Alright, so that's that tree. That's the easy one, believe it or not. The next tree, that's got something on the page. We'll just go to the next page. And this is just a, I'm backwards, I think. Well, not sure how well that's going to watercolor. Wait, am I backwards? Yep, this is Arteza. And, so it's like a 3-pack or something like that. Alright, so this one, I'm going to do a swirl. So a swirl like that. And then I'm going to connect here and do a little triangle-y thing out there and out there and out there. And just kind of come up at the top a little bit soupy like. And I'm going to now, when I outline it, I'm going to ignore all these middle bits. Those middle bits mean nothing. And I'm just going to follow those lines. Like I might ignore this one up here too and just do the out swoopy bit. And then you just have like a little whimsical tree. It's just super, or ice cream. Kind of almost looks like an ice cream too. Oh, this one's got more eraser on this one. So, and then you could do it on like pattern paper. Like you could even, ooh, let's do this on like the, let me draw it on like the back of this, and then when I cut it out, it will, and then also then if you need to see this again, so swirl, 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 as big as you want your tree to be. And then, how did I do that? Oh, it kind of came, I want to go up a little bit here, and come up back that way, and then come out, and come back that way, come out, and come back that way, and come out, and come up, like that. And I'm going to probably just kind of do that. And we want our little, well, I could always add a different paper for that. Alright, I'm going to cut that out. And that's what it looks like cut out. That would look really cute on a card. And if you don't like how far that is, you could always adjust it. It's, you know, maybe a little bit more whimsical if it's out farther like that. And it's almost like the tree is blowing, its hair is blowing in the wind. You can outline it, not outline it. I think that's kind of cute. What will the other one look like if I just cut it out on a, where is it? I'm going to tear it out because I'm going to cut it out. And I will draw that one on the back as well of this one, or maybe this one. And we can see what it is without, what it looks like without the outlines, like when we Alright, and then do I want this? I can always cut them off if I don't like them, but I can't add them back on. So I'm gonna do my little floopy floops, and I kind of come from the top and just kind of there, looks good. Can you see it? So I'm gonna cut that out, see what it looks like on just plain paper, on the pattern paper. I do like my trees to have a little bottom flare, don't I? But you know, it still looks like a tree. You can always trim off that bottom bit a little bit if it's just a little bit too flary. And there we go. And then you have like a wonky tree, and just a wonky tree. I like a wonky tree. What can I say? Whether it's cut into pieces like this, like a little patchwork tree, or just a solid piece. I like a wonky tree, and I cannot lie. Should I go ahead and watercolor one of these? Well, I might not. I might just use my inks and not my watercolors, because I'm not exactly sure where my watercolors. Oh, they're right next to me, actually. I was gonna say I don't know where my watercolors are that I like, because the ones I don't like are the ones that are up near me. But the ones that I do like. Well, anyway, let's see. I've got a green in here. I think it's like a sap green hue. These are expensive ones. You don't have to have expensive watercolors. In fact, I don't even have to put anything out here because there's that watercolor right there I could just use. Yep. Okay, I don't have clean water here. Whatever. What my watercolors. Any of my pattern work, any of like the things I want a different color, I'm just gonna go back in with a marker for those. So the rest of it, I'm just gonna do green. No, except for maybe the trunk. Whoops, guess we're cutting it out now. Well, if we are gonna cut it out, I don't have to be quite so precise unless I want a white outline. Maybe a smaller brush would have been helpful for that part, huh? Alright, you don't have to watch this part. Alright, I'm going to do this one different, so I'll let you watch me do this one. Well, I'm going to put water in it first. Ooh, dirty water apparently, but that's alright. I knew it was dirty water. I did. Because I want to do a wet on wet technique with this one and get the granulation and whatnot. Oh my goodness, if I can... So I'm just putting water where inside the tree, which I think you can see because the water is so dirty. If I had a smaller brush, it might even be a little bit easier, especially on those points. That's okay. We're not looking for perfection. We're just having fun. Which is why I did these on watercolor this time. Usually I just do them on sketchbook paper, but... Alright. Let's see if we can get some granulating happening or whatever. Just kind of drop in some paint here and there. A little bit of a green, a little bit of turquoise maybe. I don't know, just whatever's down here. I don't know. See, I have too wet in some spots and not wet enough in other spots. And there might not be as much green on there as I'm thinking. Not as much fun as I thought it would be. I thought it would be much more fun to watch. It's not. It's not being fun. It's being boring. These watercolors over here are just too far gone. They've been dried out so long. They don't know what they're doing. Just pull out a little bit more. Oh. The Arteza ones I don't love. Alright, let's see. Oh good. There we go. And granted, some of this is a little bit on the wet side. A little too wet. Just gonna let it flow back that way a little bit. I don't have any up in the tip there. Alright, and I want to have some turquoise. The turquoise is the whimsical part. That's the whimsical side. Is going to have a little turquoise because why not? It's a very dark, it's a very bright turquoise compared to the sap green. It's alright because there's also going to be a little bit of green in it. I think this is like the similar paper to what sometimes when Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, she's had some, I think, in the past, and she says it loses its sizing over time, and I've had it for a while. So that could be a little bit of what's happening, and I'm just letting it roll tide. Just roll down there. Whoops, that's alright. No whoops. It's just happy accidents. Alright, and we'll let that dry, and that will be kind of fun and cool. Hopefully. That's the hope. Alright, and this one is just about dry. So we can go ahead and grab some red. And we want this bright green or this bright green. I don't know. Like, that's not, I don't think either one of those is the right. I mean, it doesn't have to be right, but let's just use red for now. And it is an opaque, it's an acrylic, so it will cover the green and it won't mix with it necessarily. It'll just cover it nicely. Could even do some gold if I wanted to, maybe with the swirls. Bring in a little bit of gold somewhere. So I think these trees will be fun to play with, and then also you can cut them out and put them on a tag, or you can just do them on a piece of watercolor and cut them in a, you know, the shape or the size of your card or tag or journal card or pocket or whatever. So you could make Christmas cards with these is also what I'm saying. You could just use your watercolor paper and have a cute little Christmas card. And I think it would be cute. I think they'd make a cute journal, you know, something for a journal or whatever. Maybe even an ornament. I don't know. Would you put a tree ornament? I have some tree ornaments I put on my tree, so I guess people do put trees. I don't know. Give me some ideas and I can maybe work on some other stuff. And I'm just going to use red on this for now because that's just the easiest thing. Maybe I'll just outline these since I filled in the other ones. This one, this pen spits a little. The skinny ones, the finer tip Posca pens, if you go the wrong direction, they kind of spit a little bit, which is not the worst thing in the world. So there's that. I don't know. I like it. I don't know if you guys do, but I do. And this is not quite dry. This needs to dry. So here's what that looks like. I do have a gold pen here. So, let's see. How do I want to do it? I don't know. We'll just do some little line down, across a little bit, and X. Line down, across a little bit, and then, you know, you just do a little asterisk in the middle. And then I'm going to cut it out, or I would put a little star at the top. Which if you can't say asterisk, just say little star. I'm going to cut these out. So this one I cut off the black line, so I'm actually, well, most of it, some of it's still there. So I'm going to ink it with some peacock feather ink, just to give it a little bit of something. Because I did, most of the black ink got cut off, not all of it apparently. So that'll help disguise the fact that some of it had ink on it and some of it didn't. And then you can, and this one I left a little bit of a white border on. I'm missing a tree here. Nope, that's not it. How do you lose trees, Darcy? Because it's upside down. It becomes invisible when it's upside down. And then you can use them in your journals. You can just find a nice little background and just kind of have fun with them. This one, to go more on something, it's just really, this one's my favorite. I don't know. Do you guys, what's your favorite? Do you like the, it looks like the laundry's gone, hung out to dry on your tree one? Or the windswept tree one? And do you like them, you know, with the watercolor or plain black and white? Or just the silhouette? I don't know. There's options. And that's today's obsession for me. Let me know if it's your new obsession. And I don't know. We'll see what the next thing I learn how to draw is. I may go back through and, oh, I got the, hold on. I don't know. I wasn't loving it, but I committed to the gold. The gold kind of looks orange on the green. It's kind of weird. Don't ask me what I did there. I don't know. But you got to try stuff to find out what you like and what you don't like. So yeah. What was your favorite one? And what should I obsess on next? Hope you guys all have a delightful day. Love you.